Good morning, everybody. So we've got quite a bit going on. We actually didn't have to pick berries this morning for the market because we're closed. It's Monday, but we did have to get a truck unloaded from Saylorsburg yesterday. And then I was watering. Ben and Sammy were, I'm not sure exactly what they were doing, but anyway, then the power went out, so now we have no water in our greenhouses. We had to get a hold of Sammy and Ben and Dad. Got the generator hooked up, which is sitting right over there in front of my dad's truck to our water source. So now we have water. My mom's back over in the greenhouse watering, and now Sammy is gonna start watering our wagon load of plants for the field, which we're not gonna plant today. What we're planting today is actually cantaloupe and watermelon. So Ben's right now in the process of filling this water tank. Sammy's gonna water the plants, and I'm gonna start hauling equipment to the field so we can start as soon as we're ready. Try and zoom in here. We have plastic coming up in the field from the wind. Right there Ben is, and he's going to start throwing some dirt on top of it. Dad's over there with the International. He's going to hook up to the water wheel planter, and then we're going to head out to that plastic out there above my finger, and that's where we're going to start laying, or start planting the cantaloupe and watermelon. And I think we're also going to be planting the zucchini and pickles and cucumbers right here by the road, by the Kubota. You can see right here where Ben is, that's where the plastic was coming up, and the dirt over top of the plastic. That's because the water came down so fast and got so high that it actually ran over top the plastic rows. Okay, so I got the water tank in place. This is gonna be where the cantaloupe and watermelon are gonna be. This will all be cantaloupe and watermelon, just not at the same time. Like, we'll probably fill up, I don't know, like 3 to 6 rows I'm thinking we're gonna fill up. And then down here is gonna be our early season pickles and cucumbers and zucchini. And then over down here is gonna be the second planting of cantaloupe and watermelon. So hopefully everything goes smooth. Dad is watering the plants down there now, then he's gonna bring them up. And then I'm gonna go down now and get he got the water tank or the water wheel planter hooked up to the tractor, but I gotta bring it up here. So down here is the tomatoes. I planted, I think, 4 rows of these. And then while we were at market yesterday, my cousin came and drove for the rest of them. They look beautiful, straight down the row. The biggest thing when we're driving is we just try and keep them right in the middle, because the closer you get to the edge, the quicker they're gonna fall off the plastic, and then we can't take care of the weeds like we like to. So looks like I did a pretty good job, and my cousin did a very good job. You can see out there, the tomatoes are directly right in the middle, so that was really good. So we just got started planting, I think, cantaloupe is what they're planting right now. Ben is driving, Sammy and Dad are on the back. Ben just drove his first row. He did really good. You can see how the plants are going straight down the row. And then up here, I'll give you a close-up on how this is working. It's kind of just like before. They have the water tank up top. It comes out of the water tank through this blue hose and then into this water wheel here, where you can see the water coming out. And then as the wheel spins, it has these spikes on them. And inside of that spike is a hole right there where the water comes out of when each plant gets placed into the hole. And then Dad and Sammy's job is to make sure they press that plant firmly into that wet soil, because it's not like the other planter where the dirt comes back around and closes in around it. They just have to plant it inside of like that muddy water, and then hopefully that dirt will kind of wash in around it and give it that nice compact placement, I guess you would say. So then right now they're working out of these trays. These aren't like our 72 cell seed trays, these are plugs. And you've seen us planting these in our previous video. Just like that, they kind of have like a netting around them. And this is all cantaloupe right here. This is all cantaloupe, right? Yep. And so then they'll just take turns going back and forth. We got Ben on the front driving, like I said. His job is solely just to make sure he gets those straight in the row and to stop whenever they tell him to stop, so that way they can get new plants if they need to. Extreme focus. Whoa! And there he is. Perfect. Okay, so while Dad, Sammy, and Ben are planning, I came out here to the greenhouse. Last year, we started, I don't know if you can see it right out there, a flower patch out in the front, just, you know, to catch people's eye, give it some color. And so I'm gonna do it again this year. I killed it. There's still some grass and stuff out there, but it's in the process of dying. And so I'm gonna go in there now with the tiller, till that up, probably twice at least, get a good, nice, deep till, and then cover it with fabric, because last year I had a real big problem with weeds and I couldn't get out here and get the time to weed them. So I'm gonna lay some fabric down and then I'm gonna plant zinnias in there. The only thing, like last year I planted sunflowers and zinnias, but the sunflowers have such a short life, like they'll bloom and then they'll be blooming for about a week, maybe 2, and then it's over. Zinnias will kind of just keep blooming all summer long. So I'd rather go with those and, you know, have nice color throughout the whole summer. So I'm almost done with my first pass. This plot, I think it's like 35 by 40 or something like that, I don't know, something close. You can still see some old plants I didn't get tilled fully, but I'm gonna go perpendicular now with it. So I should be able to really till it up nice the second time. This is what I'm tilling into right here. You can see it's just little grasses and weeds and stuff like that. But I already have it dead, so really, it's green on top, but the roots aren't making any new ones. Okay, so I just got finished up. Tilled really, really nice the second time. You can see right here. I mean, it goes way down in there now. I mean, at least 5, maybe 6 inches. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, the plants should have no problem getting roots down through there. Last year, I killed it way too late. Then I tried tilling it. It was really tough. I could only get it tilled down to like 2 inches deep. The plants really couldn't get a good root system, and so I just had a whole terrible time. And so this year, I feel like I'm really on top of it. I got a good till. Now I'm gonna lay the fabric so there's no weeds. And I also planted the seeds in a seed tray, and I'm gonna get them transplanted into a 72 tray. That way, instead of planting them into the ground by seed and only having, you know, maybe a 50-60% germination rate, I'm hopefully gonna have 100% come, well, they're already up. I'm hoping I'm gonna have 100% of them live, because they're gonna be, you know, just like we sell them at market, they're gonna be at least this tall when I'm planting them, and they should have no trouble setting their roots. While I was gone, they got all the cantaloupe and watermelon planted for the early season. I think they got about 8 rows done altogether. There's only 3 rows down there that are left that are not planted. My dad actually said they planted a little bit too much. And then right now, they're working on cucumbers, zucchini, and pickles, which they got 2 rows done right over there. And now we're filling up the water tank for one last run. We don't need the pump again since we have it on a hill. It just kind of siphons right out of there and into the tank.
Lily, come over here. Come here, Lo. Lily, come here. Lily, come here.
Dogs always do that to this tractor. Wait, go back.
Lily, come.
There it goes.
Lily. Lily.
Lily, no. Sit, Lily.
Lily.
releases the pressure or something in the engine.
Oh.
So that's our cultivating tractor. We usually have to jump start it like we just did, but we put a new starter on it. So we're gonna run around a little bit and then we're gonna park it back in and try the starter. We didn't even try it yet. I'm gonna do like a walk around the track, Samuel. If I said keep it steady, because it's like, John Deere B. So sadly, I did not get Dad cultivating. He's just finished up. He did our early cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, all that kind of stuff. That'll definitely help with the weeds a lot for a little while. Hopefully we can get through them one more time, but if they get too big, we won't be able to. So with that being said, I'm gonna call it a wrap for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and always remember it ain't much, but it's honest work.